me move to our last speaker, if I may. It's Marcia Dashko. She is your pivot provocateur. Marcia's laser focus can pivot your thinking and your members' thinking about leadership. You can then achieve results like never before. Ken Blanchard says about Marcia, she's a life changer. Dan Pink says, she's full of counterintuitive advice. She will shake up your thinking. As a catalyst for strategic change and innovation, Marcia asks questions to help you discover new opportunities. As her mentor, Dr. Deming, taught the Japanese after World War II, she navigates leaders out of their crises and to healthy exponential growth. Marcia's magic as she engages with her audience to unleash their own power and fulfill their highest potential. Welcome, professional speaker, MBA professor of leadership, and author of the best-selling book, Pivot, Disrupt, Transform, Marcia Dashko.
Hello, and thank you, Ed and team. So where do we begin today? Well, my aim is to provoke your thinking. And why would I do that? We seem to have enough disruption and chaos and so forth in the world. But when we really want to dig deep into ourselves and use our natural leadership, which everyone has, that's when we want to move forward fast together. So that means stirring up our thinking and thinking about the future and doing things differently and transforming ourselves and our organizations. So we've all experienced the challenges that organizations have run across. For example, in the 1950s, the first Fortune 500 list came out with those 500 top corporations on it. But today, more than 60 years later, more than 60% of those organizations no longer exist. Can you believe it? Can you believe that, of course, Enron and Circuit City and Blockbuster and Kodak and Pan Am and Eastern Airlines and Montgomery Ward, they're all gone, poof. And what if in 5 to 10 years, we didn't have Walmart, Boeing, Amazon, Apple, associations that you're familiar with? What about your association? Is it going to survive into the future? Is it going to be able to thrive? Well, what is the difference? It's like there's a fork in the road. So some leaders struggle and flounder and eventually fail themselves and their organizations, while other leaders wildly succeed. The issues that they're faced with are, how can we scale and keep control of our organizations and support our employees and our customers? So many people all over are burning out and they're fatigued, they're overwhelmed. How do we reduce the complexity and the waste that we see in organizations today? For more than 20 years, I've gone into organizations and seen a minimum of 50% waste in organizations and up to at least 80% of waste. That means lower productivity, lower morale, higher absenteeism, low retention. We just need to find our path again. So how can we pivot, disrupt, transform? So to pivot, we want to and need to make abrupt, rapid changes in direction to meet needs out there, new needs that we're faced with, and challenges that we didn't have yesterday, but we certainly saw them during the pandemic. Then disrupt. We need to be okay with disrupting the way that we've always done things. And transform. We transform ourselves and our organizations, our teams, our communities, society. And that transformation is like the caterpillar becoming the butterfly. Once there's a butterfly, it doesn't go back to being a caterpillar again. And we're on to new, bigger, better, bolder things. So let's check with you. How are you able to change? Because it takes all of us to change, improve, and innovate for the future. Let's try a short little exercise. I invite you to fold your hands together. Notice which thumb is on top. Now take your hands apart, put them back together, but put your other thumb on top. Also, cross your arms. Notice which arm is on top. Now uncross, cross again, but put your other arm on top. How do you feel? Most people tell me, that's not comfortable. It doesn't fit. It doesn't work together. I don't want to do this. And see how small those changes were? That was less than a minute that we made 2 rapid changes. But what's the first thing you want to do? You want to go back to your comfort zone. You want to go back the way it was because that feels good. It's what you know. But what we need to realize is that if we really want transformational improvement, we want to make a difference, we want to move into the future, we need to do that by getting out of our comfort zone. And learning takes place at the edge of your comfort zone. So let's learn forward fast. I know everybody has that natural leadership inside of them. Sometimes it's just below the surface, sometimes it's deep inside, but you can reach for those opportunities, those possibilities, and go forward faster. And we can do it together. So let's think about that fork in the road. Some people take those management fads, the buzzwords, the quote unquote best practices. Those are the things we need to stop. If we just want to put improvements on top of improvements, and sometimes those are just the latest, shiniest things that are, coming in the news, we need to stop thinking about grabbing the latest fad. Instead, we need to stop all of the things that are causing us that complexity that we don't need in our organizations. Otherwise, it's like taking that fresh strawberry jam and putting it in a moldy toast. We have to get rid of the moldy toast first and then experience and enjoy the strawberry jam. So there are many tools and strategies and business models that are a foundation of management that we can use together to make a difference with our teams, in our schools, in our organizations, in our society, in our communities. So please join me on this journey of learning to create a new, happier, healthier success story for you, your teams, and your organizations. Thank you.
Thank you, Marcia.